Right, good morning everyone. So as a prerequisite of this video, I would definitely advise you go and watch my last video, which is about market maker models, because I'm going to be showing you a trade example now from yesterday, right, using a market maker buy model on the lower time frame. Okay, so we're starting off here on the daily, right, which is just to show you that market maker model that I referred to on the high time frame. This is our market maker buy model, right? This high, this low, back up to this high again, and this is our target. So we're working within the high time frame market maker model as our pull on price direction from the high time frame, and then we trade it obviously on the lower time frame in what we would call a fractal market maker buy model, right, between these two candles here, just on the hourly. Okay, so we're going to show you that now and show you how I trade these fractals and a very obvious trade from yesterday and what that would look like for you going forward. So let's go down to the hourly. Right, so of course we're on the playback feature, the replay feature right now, so if this is in the way, just ignore it. This is the market maker buy model fractal on the hourly. Okay, this is the original consolidation where we have some consolidation, breakdown to a POI, right? On the hourly, we've got the order block here, we've got an old fair value gap and a fair value gap here that price was respecting before it bottoms out and has a market structure shift again, right? Because this is the beginning of our market maker buy model. And if you watched the previous video, you'll see how I predicted this move. Yes, we are in the uptrend, we are in a bullish trend, right? So obviously it was heading up, but how the market maker buy model helps with that and helps us look for positions. So you see this line down the middle here showing the low point of this buy model after the market shifted, and then we've got our high point here, which is the buy side liquidity at 14548. The trade in particular is going to be on the 4th. Right, so we'll move on to the execution timeframes shortly. We're going to work from the 1 hour into the M15 as well, right, just to build the picture for you of what we were looking at. Okay, so market shifted here. You can see we ran sell side liquidity, broke structure, right? So now we've got a new high here, and then we pulled back to a fair value gap, and this is an order block as well here. Rejected this area and then went on to make a new high, as you can see. Okay, so the order flow is confirmed here on the hourly. Okay, so that market maker buy model is pretty much confirmed, and then we look to target this area here, but we're going to work still on the fractals on the execution timeframes as well. Okay, so this is our target on the hourly. Now let's go down to the M15 after we've got this confirmed order flow and structure, and we'll look into this order block here that held overnight. Okay, once price pulled back, this is Asia, pulled back into this order block, and then we went on to take out these highs. So here is the M15 view of that same 1 hour market maker buy model, right? So you can see how we took out those Asia range highs. This is another market maker buy model fractal. Okay, then we had those London open kill zone highs. We pulled back down into the midpoint, mitigated this POI here, and went and took out this high as well. So these were market maker buy model fractals on the 2 minute and 5 minute here as well. So on this particular day here, bearing in mind this is our overall target, you can see how price consolidated overnight here, right, with the PM hours into Asia. Price pulled back down into this 1 hour and M15 order block here and M15 fair value gap. Okay, so let's show how the M15 gave us that market shift as well, that structure shift in a new day, right, to give us that trade on the execution timeframes. Again, pulled down from Asia, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? London open here, swept that sell side liquidity there into this order block as well, deeper in, and then you can see we had this market shift here, this structure shift when price made this high, high, low, high, high, and then it left us this order block here. I've refined it down to this last order block, right? And we also had a leftover previous fair value gap that price has again respected, so you'll see that here. So this is the analysis for the trade, right? The trade is at this point here, price has broken structure, confirmed this order block here, broken structure again, right, left a fair value gap, and this order block, and then we've also got an inverted fair value gap here, which is later respected. As you can see, all the candle bodies respecting it. Okay, so that is a London Open kill zone move there. We got a new breaker structure. You probably could have traded here, right, from this sweep of structure into this order block as well, but this would have been that confirmation of the move there. So we've got confirmed M15 lower time frame order flow. We've got order block here as well from the new day, order block from the previous day on the 1 hour, all being respected, and we've seen the M15 react from there. So let's go down to the M5. So this M5 is where the trade would be taken. So what does the M5 look like? You can see that sweep a lot more clearly here into the London Open kill zone. You can see price have one breaker structure here on the M5. Right, like I said, you trade from here if you wanted that first riskier pullback, and then price consolidated a bit because of these fair value gaps here, right, and BPR. So price rejected those initially, pulled back down, and then broke structure again. So you can see these two arrows, one breaker structure, two breaker structure. So that order flow is confirmed now on the M5. So then price pulls back down. Remember, this is the higher time frame inverted fair value gap, so I'll just remove that for a second so it's clear, and we'll show you the M5. Right, so we've got M5 order block, and we've got an M5 BPR that also price respects here. So when price is pulling back down, we can measure out our OTEs. So we can measure out our OTE. You can see the OTE falls right around where that order block is here, and also where this old BPR is as well. So we set our order around this point here. Okay, you can set it higher if you wanted to, around the 0.5 where this fair value gap is. And the stop loss, well, you could have done it up to the candle bodies where most of the volume would be, or just below here to account for your spread, right, if you have a decent spread on your broker. So 0.62, 0.79 here, stop loss just below these lows here, right, with a little bit extra for spread, and order block as well. This M5 order block, as you can see here, a good place as well for obviously us to manage, right? We could have taken off our first partial around there and gone break even, right? At that high, it was at a good point. There was also this negative POI here with this fair value gap from the 5 minute as well. So I would have taken profit around here and managed to trade around that point there. Of course, then I would have taken either all of it if you wanted to, I think around 3% around here, right, at those Asia highs, right, which would have been nice and easy. Or, as I said, we're working within that larger 1 hour model here, so I would have left some on there, majority maybe 60-70% withdrawn around here, maybe more, and then I would have let some go for here. Now we had news announcements here, so I'm not going to pretend like I would have kept it open. I'd have closed it around this point here, right, because we had 2 news announcements, so I wouldn't have held on to this trade and it would probably have spiked you out anyway. But just the move to show you how it still completes the market maker model, I'm going to leave this on here, right? So I'd have got out for a partial, maybe just less than 2%, right? Taking these profit points on the chart. So that is an example that's showing the market maker model fractals, right? How it helps with your targeting, a real world example, right? Just happened yesterday, but also to go back, how this price was shown to you on this date on the 4th when we had originally come down here in that market maker buy model video, okay, that I showed, and how price has just been playing out these fractal market maker buy models, okay, on the execution and lower time frames. As we can see, we've got this side, then again price pulls back, POI here on the M15 I believe, and then it shifts structure again, takes out that high, and then even into a new day we consolidate, right, leave all of these equal highs here, and then price does a very clear, very obvious sweep of Asia, break structure, and then you can target that market maker buy model here. So I hope that was clear. Hope you got value from that. You know, comment, like, all those things, and let me know what you think.